Hey everybody, Iceman50 here. It's something you haven't seen in a while. This is this Keychron K8 keyboard project that my friend Bill's son Chance gave me. So yeah, I was waiting for some LEDs, these little guys here. I ordered a whole bunch of them, like 1,000. It's what I could get from China. And it turns out that the pinout of these isn't exactly the same as the ones that are on the board. But what I want to show you is, let's see if I can zoom you in there. So where am I at here? What I've done is they're kind of like opposite, but you know, I had to, instead of lengthwise, like pins left to right, I had to do the pins up and down, and then it's common anode, so I was able to tack that side, and then green I was also able to tack, so that just means that I have to relocate red and blue. So on these chips it goes it's like red, green, blue, but on the board it's red, green, blue, or something like that. So what I had to do is, let me zoom you back in here. Jumper one wire from red up to red, and you know, so red on the LED to red on the board, and then blue on the LED to blue on the board, right? So that in that way I can actually get it to work. So this thing's got some, you know, issues with traces, and you know, a bunch of these LEDs were kind of not great to begin with. You can see I already did one here. There's a trace here. Here's another one. So there's an empty one here. That one was no good. I'm gonna have to replace that one. There is one over here that's no good. There is one over here that's no good. And you can see there's even part of a trace dangling off there. But what I wanted to do is show you that it will power up. And if you did everything right, it should just be one color. Like here you can see it's teal or whatever. This one's okay because it's just a regular LED, right? I mean, I don't know if it's a tricolor, but it says LED 2, LED 1 cap. So I think it's like probably like number lock or something. Anyway, so I had a fight with a bunch of these. There was a couple over here, you know, that were like, the board got flexed, and so I had to, oh, there's another one over here. Yeah, that one's ripped off. I gotta pull that off with the iron. So there's another one. But I got all the rest of the, before you'd move it, flex it, and some of these LEDs would change color because the connection was coming loose. You know, so teal is like, if you look at it, teal is green and blue, right? So if you saw one that was green, that means that the blue's missing. So, you know, stuff like that. So what we got to do is I got to repair a couple more of these. You see I'm using my microscope, a very powerful microscope. It's really the only way to do it. I might be able to do it at home with my magnifying glasses like I'm wearing, but to like really repair the traces and stuff, you know, I'm probably gonna have to do that. But I wanted to show you, this is just, you know, we'll save this video, and then I'll do the rest. You know, I'll get the rest of the LEDs working, and then we'll go from there. And then Then I'm gonna have to fix all the traces in these different areas. And I do have one key switch, so I'll have to try to like hook this up and then like take this key switch and try to like push the button and make sure that all these keys work, right? So but all right guys, I'll bring you back when I get more LEDs. I didn't bring enough with me. I brought like 5, and of course I dropped one, but that's why I bought 1,000. So all right, we'll bring you back when I get this done. All right, we'll talk to you. Is it just me, or I don't know if you guys can do this, but if I'm I look like an idiot, move my head left or right real quick while you're looking at these LEDs, and you can see the red, green, blue parts of the LEDs in there. If you just stare at them, it's white, but if you move your eyes real quick left and right, you can actually see all the individual LEDs. It's probably what they call persistence of vision or whatever. So it's just funny, I moved my head and I just see a wipe of like colors. All right, let's get to it. We'll get you into the time lapse. It's pretty hard to see, but there you go. You can see those. So there's the 3 colors in there, and one of those 4 spaces is nothing, right? So what I'm going to do is bend these pins over, and we'll go 2 of them, right? The common anode and the green, and you'll see what I'm doing. Hang on. So we'll know that it's at least the right way when I put it on, and the green LED should come on in those spots until we hook up the rest. So let's just keep going. What I've been doing is just, plugging it in, and then if the green works, then the rest will work. So you can see, now there's a green over there, right? So we got one. All right, I'm not going to talk anymore. I'll do the rest, and you'll see. Well, you'll be able to see once I plug it all in. All right, here we go. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. It's like some kind of weird gradient what I'd like to do is get back to just the one color. Touch it. Alright, you can see that's red and blue. So, yeah, you can see that. There we go. Now it's back to white. So we got 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'll do is, we got our wire here. This is like, it's like 30 gauge. So I can take my wire strippers here, and there is a spot on there, right? All right. There we go. Okay. So what we do is we'll just make some teeny short little jumpers, and I will show you. So I make them just like, let's zoom back out here. I just make like a little U shape, kind of like that, right? And then flip this to length. Okay, just kind of open it back up. Take your wire strippers again. Okay, and then I kind of clip the leads shorter, right? And then I've got our little wire here, and then I'll start off on this one over here. It's really hard to see, actually. So now we would have green and red. What does green and red make? Like what, yellow or something? I think. Let's find out. Yeah. Oh, so we have to make it so that, see, it didn't change colors. There you go. See, now there's red, right? So we know that the red's working. Okay, and see, there's yellow. Yellow is green and red, right? So we know that's working. So we're just gonna do that to the rest of these, and I'll bring you back. I'll time lapse it here. You can see me. I'll do the next one. I'll do the blue one so you can see with this one over here in the corner, and then I'll time lapse the rest. All right. So pull that off. Let's get our, again, just get your wire. Like I said, this isn't ideal, but if you can't get the LEDs, what are you supposed to do, right? I mean, I'm not going to throw away the keyboard. That's ridiculous. So instead, we're going to do whatever it takes, and it's not really going to interfere. It's not really going to interfere with the operation of this thing. You know, I'm more concerned about the switches not working and some of the traces that have gotten lifted up on here. You know, so all right. Okay. A little solder on the blue pin. It's like, it's funny, you know, the green makes it's cool that since it goes RGB, red, green, blue, the green's in the middle. So even though these don't quite fit, green can still go to green. It's just red and blue that are mixed up. That's what we're dealing with here, right? Is that the red and the blue are swapped, and so it's just because it's just not the right one. So, like I said, this is what I do. I make things work. Right? It might not be pretty, but once I put it all back together, you are not gonna know. Right? Let's get this other pad. See? Alright, see that? Okay. See if we can get the other color. Oh, when you see purple, you know what that means. Purple's red and blue, right? If you remember your primary colors. So, yeah, we got another one. Nah, I'm gonna go back and do the rest, and yeah, we'll bring you back. All right, stay tuned, everybody. Just trying to make sure all these keyboard holes are clean too. Not keyboard, key, where the keys go. Because if they're not, it could have issues getting the key in, and I don't want to have issues getting the keys. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I can use soldering irons left and right-handed. You know, pretty much ambidextrous. The only thing I can write with my right hand, is just looks like I'm in second grade, but you know, better than most people who can't even do it at all. So, I mean, if I had to, I could, you know, which is a good thing. My grandfather was ambidextrous too. It's funny, we look similar, very similar. And he was left-handed, but really ambidextrous, and me too. It was kind of interesting. So I saw pictures of him when he was in the military. He married my grandmother, and it's kind of freaky how much he looked like me. So in a way, I have an idea what I'll look like later, although, you know, he had issues. He had a stroke. But anyways, yeah, he, you know, he kind of got fat from that, and he, you know, didn't look the same, and so I'm sure I'm not going to look like that. So, but it does give you a general idea, right? Scheiße. Let's plug it in, plug it in. You know, some of those songs will just stick with you for the rest of your life. These little jingles. Oh my God, it's the worst. Okay, so it looks like we've successfully revived all the LEDs. It wasn't, you know, it was minimum effort. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, next step is to look at the board and try to fix any of the places. Let's see if I can give you an example. Oh yeah, here's a good one for example. Bink. See right there? It's just sticking up in the breeze. You can see where it ripped off and it peeled back. So what we'll do is we'll bring this back to wherever it's going. They go right in line here because like these bottom pins are all tied together. They're common. So we'll just come back over to here, and I'll scrape away, and we'll lay some solder down over the copper. I'll scrape away the solder mask, and I'll add a purple wire from here to over to here. You'll see. All right. So we need to get some flux on it. A little bit. I kind of want to stay away from that hole because that's where the key's gonna go. Right, one of the switches from the key. One of the pins from one of the key switches. Right, the keys. So we just gotta try to keep that away from there. All right, so I'm just gonna go over the whole thing, and I'll bring you back kind of in the end and show you what I got accomplished. All right, we'll bring you back, everybody. All right, everybody. So I really realized there's not really that many. There's 1, 2, 3 traces that were ripped up. Now that still doesn't really, we still don't have much to go on here. What we may, because that's supposed to go through the top pin. I wonder. Let's try something. As long as I bridge the gap, just in case, these all go in line with each other, which that's why I did that. Is one's feeding the next, so we have to make sure that it's continuous, right? I mean, I would expect that to be the case. So if we come over, let's find a line like here. We go to the shift, Z, X, C, V, N. Okay. What's this? Whatever this. Oh. Symbol. Okay, here. Okay. And then, so the row below it. Okay. So we'll just go like this, each row. Feels like there's a break or something right there. I can see a little mark of something here. So we'll just hit this real quick. So let's try that again. And before it. After it. Okay. So let's just finish her up here. So that was over here. each of these, you know, the wires that are supposed to be connected are connected, right? So, I stabbed myself again. Alright, so you can see that it's lit up, and like I said, I do have that one key. I don't know if I'll be able to use it, but the next step would be to go to like take this out, and then we can go plug it into the computer and go to Notepad and make a map of what works and what doesn't work. I mean, if we carefully push the you know, kind of twist or, you know, the switch, it might touch both pins and it'll work. So as long as I know that, you know, it works, we're good. Alright, hang on, let me grab this and let me find that key and we'll go over to the computer real quick. Hang on. Alright, everybody, so we've got our keyboard here. Couldn't find the key, but this is good enough. A pair of pliers, we can just touch the two connections and hopefully it works. I know, like I said, I know there's probably going to be a few that don't because the via doesn't go all the way through, right? But that's just what we'll have to sort out here. Now the question is, let's try a simple one. Device is ready. Keychron set up and ready to go. Let's try like the X. Hey, X works. How about backspace? Is it over here somewhere? Oh, you know what would be easier than that is pair of tweezers. So we got X. How about Z? Okay. Alright, everybody. Well, so I think it's gonna work. You know, she's kinda touchy right now. So we're gonna leave it here, and the next thing I'll do is I'll just get a key set and hopefully everything will work. So alright, everybody, I'll bring you back one final time when we get this thing all encased with the keys in and you can see what happened. Alright, we'll talk to you. Easy.